Nigeria's foreign policy priorities are first and foremost security within Nigeria, and that entails engaging our neighbors and our neighborhood. So that's priority number one. And Africa, it doesn't differ from the foreign policy objectives in our constitution. We have pretty much the same, and of course multilateralism, respecting international law and our obligations, treaty obligations. And the approach is that of strategic autonomy, the 4Ds we've spoken about before. And we try to avoid ideological alignments and have a preference for partnerships of purpose, not alliance of obligations.
I wanted to talk to you all about that because we're operating right now with a backdrop of such geopolitical and economic uncertainty. So how does that change how Nigeria positions itself?
For us, we don't have to change that much because some of the things we're experiencing now are things that we have been saying as a country and warning against, and now they've come to pass, and we're happy to see others are seeing things from our viewpoint. So when we talk about security, when we talk about working together to combat terrorism, when we talk about the importance of trade, when we talk about working together on issues such as migration, these are things that we've been saying, that the world needs to work together. So we're happy to see a lot of countries are shifting to see things from our viewpoint.
I want to quote something that you said last year. Rich countries shouldn't approach trade with Africa as a game of Minecraft in which they secure supplies of natural resources, but rather as a relationship based on mutual respect and the need for Africa to develop. Do you think the world is getting that message?
Even if the world is not getting the message, I think since we see things that way in engaging with the rest of the world, we have to continue to remind them. And I believe that a lot of developing countries or global south countries share the same sentiments. So we will continue to push for that. And it just makes sense, because if you don't domesticate production, processing of minerals, of raw materials to add value, then you're not going to develop, and you will not be able to afford yourself, especially if you're growing, geometrically. A country like Nigeria, 230 million, next 24 years, 400 million young people that need jobs. We're graduating 1 million young people into the job market, about 3 million others joining the job market every year, 40,000 engineers. You have to domesticate, and we cannot continue on the same path of being consigned to the export of raw minerals and agricultural commodities, and never really becoming a manufacturer of finished goods. If you do that, then you'll be exchanging more and more cashew nuts for the same tractor. So it doesn't make sense.
Here at Davos, the voice of the Global South is being heard more than ever. Where does Nigeria fit into that picture? We're
not satisfied with how loud the voice is. We want it to be even louder, to become even more significant, because it's not just enough to hear it. We want to also see action. So, of course, Nigeria is central to that. And Nigeria, I was just talking about the Atlantic world. So if you look at the coastal Atlantic world, Nigeria is more or less at the center of that. It's the fulcrum. So very important. We have linkages with Brazil, not just trade linkages, but also cultural affinity. And we've always maintained very good relations with India, with of course China as another country. We were at the forefront of the fight against apartheid, so we've got that political affinity with the likes of South Africa, Zimbabwe, Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, Namibia, you name it, you know. Nigeria was a frontline state, so.
If you want the voice of the global south to be even louder, do you think maybe it's time to look at some of the global institutions like the United Nations, like the WHO, WTO, the IMF, to have more of a global south perspective?
I think there's consensus now that something has to be done about reforming the United Nations, particularly the United Nations Security Council. I don't think I have met a diplomat or politician that has said otherwise from any part of the world. So it's just a matter of what path is taken towards that.
What would it look like to you?
What it would look like to me is Nigeria being a member of the United Nations Security Council, and if everybody if there are those that have a veto power, then Nigeria should have a veto power as well.